Hello again, scholars. I just wanted to show you some things that I used around the house to make my castle when I did it a few years ago, and maybe it will help you to be able to gather things if you haven't. So I just have some boxes. It's just a regular box that I've cut the top off. I have some tubes that I have collected, a couple of different sizes. I've got my markers and scissors ready to go. I even have another box I might use, I'm not really sure, so I gathered a few different boxes around to use. And let's get started. I'll show you how you can use these materials to make a castle. Alright, let's take a look at some of the things I have. Now I've been showing you a lot of Lego castles and creations, and here's another Lego castle I created, but I don't want to see your Lego castles. I've built those, I've seen them. I've got my gates here, I've got some torches, my flags, some crenellation up here on the top. It's fun to play with, fun to make, but I would rather see you make a castle out of things around your house. You can add to them your knights, your Lego knights if you have them, or if you have Playmobil knights, little toy knights, you could add those to your castle. But I want us to make castles using items around the house. So I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. Alright, so here's a box that I took. It's just a white box. I turned it wrong side out, and now I have a white box that I could draw on, that I could add things to make it look more like a castle. I have a couple of tubes that I've been saving, so I can take this paper towel tube and just set it in the corner and have a tower. Of course, I could cut it to make the little crenellation on top. That might be something you need mom and dad to help you do though. Okay? Got a couple of other things that I could use also. I have a tissue box that I can use, and I'll show you how I would use the tissue box. Maybe you haven't been getting anything in the mail, or you don't have any boxes, but you might have a tissue box. So I've just opened up the edges, and if you look inside, there's one place where it is glued together. And I'm just going to slide my finger down that side and unglue that section. Now I open it up and I have a flat box, and on the inside there's no design. Maybe you like that design though, I don't know. So I'm just going to refold my box into a box that I could use to make a small castle. It doesn't have to be giant. When we do these at school, one of the rules is they have to be able to fit on your desk, and they have to be easy to carry. So then I would just re-glue this, and I would have a box. Now I'm not going to glue that right now because then we have to wait for it to dry. Now I don't have a courtyard or anything up top, so I would cut off part of this section when I got it all put back together so it wouldn't fall apart. And you could cut the battlements in the top. So you can use a tissue box if that's all you have. Here's just another box that I had. Support for distance learning, that's pretty funny. So it was a map that I got at one point in time. And I could do the same thing with this box. I could turn it wrong side out, or I could leave it just like this, and I could cover the outside if I want to make white stone. I could just take paper, cut it, and glue it on there, and then I could draw stone on there. I've got a black Sharpie here. I can show you how I would draw stone on the castle or your doorway. But if I was going to draw stone, you wouldn't have to draw every stone. You could just do, you know, there's some stone, make it every other piece like that. There's some stone. And then that gives the appearance that this is a stone castle. So I could do that also. Alright, I have my towers that I can cut down, stick in here, make them a little shorter, you know, make it so that they fit better into my castle. Or if you like, you could use water bottles upside down. I just don't have any of those. got my markers, I've got all sorts of things here. More paper. There's also another interesting thing that you can do if you don't have any type of tubing. You can just take a piece of paper and you can roll it and make a tower. If you're not going to have anything sitting on it, you can make a tower just like that. Put a piece of tape there. Before I would roll it, I might roll it and mark it so I'd know, okay, that's where I'm going to stop, and then I would unroll it and draw on there. So I might draw some blocks, or for this one, I might draw, you know, an arrow loop, but I would have marked it so I would know. You could have a narrow rectangular arrow loop. Some arrow loops had a conical shape to them. And other arrow loops even looked like a cross. And they could slide their arrows in this section, left to right, up and down. So you can decide, but I would do this, of course, before I roll it into my tower. And then I roll my tower back up, and you can see that I have some arrow loops and some stone on there, and this would be very easy to cut to make your crenellation. You wouldn't need Mom and Dad to help do that. You just cut in it, cut out, and you make your crenellation, the battlements that the pigs would hide behind. If you're going to do that with cardboard, you're probably going to need Mom and Dad to help you cut those, but on paper you can probably do that yourself. Again, I would mark on where my tower is going to be, pencil it, and then just cut that area. A little bit easier to cut when it's flat. One other thing I wanted to show you is how you can separate cardboard. These were the tops I took off of this box, but when I tried to roll them to make a tower, you can roll it. It's bendable. Got little ridges in there, so you can roll it. Make it a tower out of this cardboard. And see, you can roll it and it makes a cardboard shape. Squish it down. There I have a tower. But you can also peel off one section of this cardboard. So I've already started this. It's just glued paper together. And I started to peel it off. And I'm almost done with that, so I'll just finish peeling that off for you. Now I could roll it this way and I have an interesting tower with ridges. Again, you can draw on that. That might be a little hard to draw on, but I can roll it this way. And now that I've taken off that one section, it rolls a lot easier, and I have a tower. That's not hard to do. You just peel off one section of the paper from your cardboard. So see, if I had this piece, and I just go to the end, doesn't matter which side you pick on it, and you just begin to peel it off. That just bends a little bit easier for you. So there's another idea that you can use to make your castle. Tubes, water bottles, little mini soda bottles, or if your castle's big, you could use the big soda bottle. Cut the top off. Mom and Dad could help you do that. You turn them upside down. Toilet paper tubes, paper towel tubes. This one's a wrapping tube that I would cut into different sections. But to get the heavy-duty cardboard cut, you're going to want to ask Mom and Dad to help you. So you might have to use a razor knife, which are very sharp. And that's okay if they help you with those sections. Draw on your paper if you want to cover. You don't want to turn it wrong side out. Maybe you have some gray paper, construction paper. Maybe you have wrapping paper that looks like stone or bricks. Lots of people have different things around their house. So I'm looking forward to seeing your castles in a box. Don't forget to add items that you can identify and label. A tower, the gatehouse, drawbridge. Maybe you're going to have a moat. You'll stick this on a piece of cardboard or paper and you draw a moat around the outside. You can make a portcullis out of toothpicks. I don't have any here. You just lay them down, or you can cut pieces of cardboard or paper and just put it together and stick it on the side. Doesn't have to work. Maybe you're going to put a keep in the middle. Remember, the keep is where they keep things safe. So it's the most fortified section of the castle, right in the middle. All right, I'm excited to see what kind of castle you are going to build in your realm. I'll see them beginning of June. So go forth and do great works.